seeking.
One man in Hallows End, whose actions were illegal, immoral, and unethical, had an outsized impact on the project in Hath, the actions of Parody, and the responses of Galaxy. His place in our historical texts cannot be ignored. Meredith Zakarian, History of Estolia.
Zeke's voice and expression were gentle as he said,
First of all, I wish to extend my heartfelt condolences on the loss you must be feeling. Even if you predicted that this may happen someday, it must be quite painful to be disowned so summarily.
She felt as if this man really understood the way her heart and mind were constructed. It was difficult to have her father publicly denounce her. For most of her life, she had tried to get acceptance from her parents, only to fall short in dozens of ways. She had excelled in school, getting straight A's, only to earn her parents' disfavor when the school wanted to place her in the same math class as her older sister. Later, when she tried out for the volleyball team, she was not allowed to play when her sister did not make the cut. She had hoped that her parents might appreciate her for her intellect or her athletic abilities, since their opinion of her looks was well known. When Stanley decided he would take art and music classes, she was even pulled from those subjects, just in case she somehow pulled ahead of her brother in artistic ability. The emotional impact of her father's actions finally hit her. Zeke passed her a handkerchief and waited patiently as her emotions from the day ran their course. When she regained her equilibrium, a sense of peace flooded her system as her tears dried up.
Do you feel better?
I actually do, thank you.
She took a deep breath as she wiped away the last of her tears with the handkerchief. Zeke smiled at her, a little lopsidedly, and asked her,
Would you be interested in visiting Estolia?
I can't really afford it. I don't have much money.
All she had to her name was what was in her purse and bank account, and an unsuitable bridesmaid dress. She did not even have a decent outfit to change into. Her parents had refused to allow her to get a job once she graduated from high school.
Maximilian, having been instrumental in precipitating your crisis, will be most unhappy if he does not know that you are safe and secure. If you come with us to Estolia, he will be able to meet his two disparate obligations, to you and to his family.
For how long?
She asked.
The invitation is for the foreseeable future. This will accomplish many things. If after a time you decide you cannot make Estolia your permanent home, we will do what we can to find you a position with Zakarians.
Liar was confused.
For now, it is an invitation to visit. Once you have been in Estolia a month or two, we can find you a job, either in Estolia or at one of our international offices. It would definitely lead to a permanent position, one way or the other, if that is what you want.
Liar remembered the look on her father's face when he denounced her. This was her opportunity to finally break free from her family. They just might expect her to come begging back to them. It would serve them right if she just fell off the face of the planet for a while.
Maximilian mentioned that your sister will be moving to Barcelona a week after her honeymoon. You would be only an hour away from her by airplane. That will give you the chance to visit with her away from the influence of your parents. Trust me, my dear, you would be welcome. At least promise to visit until the fall.
How would I...
She wondered if she had enough money to buy a basic wardrobe and a ticket to Estolia.
If you are willing to come to Estolia, you would fly back with us tomorrow on our private jet.
She glanced down at the skirt of her dress and said,
I haven't anything to wear.
I think I have the perfect solution to that problem.
He said with a grin.
You are exactly the same size as my wife.
Standing, he extended a hand to her. Once she was on her feet, he looked her over before adding,
Yes, you are definitely her size. I would love your help, my dear. We will go shopping today to get you a small wardrobe, and you can help me select a few things for my wife.
Once she agreed, Zeke led her out of the apartment. They rode the elevator to the 22nd floor. She imagined that they would be going to some sort of exclusive clothing store, but the reality was nothing like her expectations. It was more like packaged chaos than a viable commercial concern. A woman greeted Zeke with a hearty hug when they entered the establishment. While Zeke and the woman spoke in an unfamiliar language, Liar looked around at the kaleidoscope of fabrics and colors decorating every surface of the room. When they finished their conversation, Zeke put an arm around Liar's shoulders to make the introductions.
Liar, this is Brittany Albans. She is a very close friend of our family.
It is wonderful to meet you, Liar.
She said.
I understand you are willing to be a stand-in for Catherine.
She looked at Zeke and said,
I know exactly what you want. Leave her here and return in about 90 minutes.
The glow of an aura, their Kaylee interest peaking. Confluence of romance, influence of coincidence. Three couples united by deity farsighted.